Alright, this is going to be what I call a courtesy video, and it is going to be some very important information for many of you have never heard or do not understand. It's going to be about the age of the earth. Now, so many people that are mainstream Christians or people that, read the mainstream interpretation of the Bible, believe it. They think that the earth is some only 6,000 years old. Okay? That is not true, and it's not biblical, it's not scientific, it's not academic, and it's not spiritual. Okay? So what we're going to use is we're going to use the same Hebrew Bible that everybody else is using to say that the earth is 6,000 years old, and I'm going to use it to show you that the earth has a dateless past, that it goes back hundreds of thousands, millions of years, and it's all recorded right here in your Holy Bible. Now, hopefully this will reinforce in your mind, for some of you that think that my information is unfounded, and this will help reinforce that, yes, my information is very founded, and almost everything that you might be questioning me on in your mind right now, I can back up just as simply as I can back this up. And it really goes to show that you have been blinded. I don't say this in a negative way. I say this with love. But you have been blinded, okay? And there are people like myself out here who are given these very, very deep seeing eyes to see, okay? And I'm not blinded, so I can't help you see. This is chapter 1 in the book of Genesis. And I want you to see right here that between line number 1 and line number 2, there is an incredible amount of time that takes place. Listen to what I say. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Line number 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Now, what so many of you have failed to realize, that this is the beginning creation of our world. That at this point right here, that the earth has just undergone judgment. This is not the creation. This is the beginning talk of the judgment that had just taken place on earth. So this goes back to the dateless past. Millions and millions of years ago, our earth was created. Something happens, and we find out that our earth has been judged, that it has undergone a major cataclysm. Now the scriptures are going to support us for this, and they're going to give us Jeremiah 4:23 through 26 as our support. What I want you to see right now is that the Bible itself, now this is a Scofield Study Bible, the best study Bible on the face of the planet. And I want you to see right here that that's exactly what it says here. It says, the first creative act refers to the dateless past. Absorb that, friends. Not 6,000 years. It was already created, and then the next narrative in verse 2 is describing the judgment that's taken place. And it gives scope for all of the geologic ages. Now, so many of you think that the fossil record is wrong and that it does not explain the earth being older than 6,000 years. Well, I'm here to tell you that the Bible says it does. And it says, a cataclysmic change as a result of a divine judgment. The face of the earth bears everywhere the marks of such a catastrophe. Okay, and then it says, there are not wanting intimations which connect it with the previous testing and fall of the angels. Now, I'm going to give you the support here, which is going to go to Jeremiah 4:23 through 26. And we're going to show you the very astounding truth of the matter. So between verses 1 and verses 2, there is a literal dateless past.